Look for the low-hanging fruit. Have you heard that before? We've talked about it here on the show before. As I say those words, I know that I've said them into this microphone before, and you have heard those words from me. I want to frame that concept around something that I was recently talking with my parents about, and it was around the idea, or the discussion we were having was regarding plastic, how much it shows up in life today, and emerging research, maybe not all that recent, but now it's gaining a lot of momentum. There's getting to be more and more of it, research that's coming out that is helping us to understand that the amount of plastic that is being consumed microscopically by us, it's affecting our health and our wellness. And once you start to look around the world, look around your life at the presence of plastic, and I won't get into the science behind that here. If you're listening, you've heard of it more than likely. For someone who's interested in health and wellness, if you haven't, do some searching, do some reading on the articles that are coming out now. In your podcast player, give it a search, plastic, and look on some of the health shows, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to hear what I'm talking about. But the concept that I want to talk about is, what do we do once we start to realize that there's an unhealthy aspect to our lives? And if you are like me and like my parents, as we're talking about this, we start to notice how much plastic is around us. And we could react one of two ways. Well, let's say three. We could do nothing. That's always an option, right? We could just leave it. One option is to go absolutely all the way and say we're not going to have any plastic in our lives at all. And when we start to look at it that way, life's going to be very difficult to live. If you're driving your car right now, you know what I'm talking about. Look around. Take a quick look around safely and notice that you're surrounded by plastic. So what do we do? The third option is to look for the low-hanging fruit, to look for the biggest changes we can make most easily when it comes to the research that we're talking about. So in this case, we're talking about plastic. Now, what's probably most troubling is the amount of contamination in food that comes from plastic. At higher temperatures, right? So hot food coming in contact with plastic. And so for us, that's what we started talking about. Well, what if we just look at the low-hanging fruit? Just look at the things that you can change most easily. They're going to have the biggest impact. Can we eliminate some of our reusable plastic dishes, drinking, vessels, drinking bottles, and that type of thing? And that makes it more doable. It makes it more possible to say, hey, we could probably drastically reduce the effect that this is having on us, or will have on us down the line, by just taking a look at how much of our food we are willfully allowing to come in contact with plastic. And again, I don't hope to be on a plastic, the plastic soapbox right now, talking about how dangerous this is, and to become known as a guy who's anti-plastic. But it is evident that it's affecting our health. And so what are we going to do about it? We're going to make the easiest changes we can make that will have the biggest impact. The low-hanging fruit changes. And so for us, what we start to do is look at how much of our food is coming in contact with plastic, especially, well, when it's warm prior to eating it. What can we do to eliminate that? Can we change out dishes? Can we change out cups? Can we avoid getting coffee in paper cups, disposable paper cups that are lined with a plastic coating? Because they all are, right? They all are. Can I avoid drinking through a plastic lid with my coffee? These kinds of things, like just take a look at it. If we can easily change it, let's change it in order to improve our health now and down the line. And this principle, the reason that I bring this up, again, not to be the anti-plastic guy, but simply to encourage you to do the same thing when you read an article about a potential health danger, or when you hear something that perhaps is not present in your life right now in terms of a healthy action, a healthy choice, a healthier environment. It's not there now, but just to look at what can I do most easily that will make the biggest difference from where I'm at now. Down the line, we can always make more changes from that new plateau or that new place that we reached, right? Where we're at now. Now we made all these changes. Okay, do we want to make some more? Is there more changes that are easy that are going to have a big result? Because as we make them, we are going to be healthier than we were prior to making those changes. And that is what we can do. Rather than doing nothing, and rather than going crazy and just giving up on life as we know it, and moving out, into the woods and building our own little log cabin and making sure there's no plastic anywhere, right? That might not be an option for us. If it is an option for you and you're thinking right now, after listening to this podcast, that maybe you should go do it, please don't blame me for all the inconveniences that'll come as a result. But what I'm encouraging you to do, once again, with anything, when it comes to vegetables, when it comes to fruit, when it comes to working out, whatever it is, if it's not in your life now, just take a look at the change you want to make ultimately and ask that question. Where's the low-hanging fruit? Where's the change, or what's the change that I can make most easily that will have the biggest impact? There's always an answer to that question when it comes to making changes. Ask where that is. Take a look at it. Make those changes. From there, you can make more. And from that new place, you can make even more. As you do, you're going to be moving in a healthier direction. And that's what this is all about. Keep taking good care of yourself. If you would like some extra support, there are resources in the show notes waiting for you. Check them out there. Let me know if I can help you. I'm at Nate Slager on social media. Thanks so much. I hope you have a great day. Talk with you soon.